Hello, my name is Minford McBride. I am the course director for the foundation degree in Integrative Counselling Practice. And this is just an opportunity and a set of slides to give you a little bit of information about the course that you have applied for. Under normal circumstances, we would have invited you in for a information session at the college, but obviously during exceptional times that's not possible, and this felt like a good way to convey some information to you. At this stage, I'm going to talk you through some slides, and you can have a look at them at your own time, and there will be a follow-up opportunity on the 4th of May, I think it is, the dates at the end of the slides, where I will be available on Zoom for Q&A about anything that's arisen about the information on the slides or your application. So for the next few minutes, I'm just going to take you through some of the main points on these slides. And like I say, email me or join me at Zoom on the 4th of May at 2 o'clock, I think it is, if you have other questions. This slide is fairly self-explanatory. It's a three-year part-time program. Placement doesn't begin until you're midway through second year, so second semester of second year. That's January 2022. You're going to be expected from that time to complete 100 hours of face-to-face, one-to-one supervised practice work. You will also be expected to amass 50 hours of work-based learning. We would explain that whenever you join the course. A key part of the course is a personal therapy requirement, and you're expected to complete a total of 30 hours across the duration of the course, 10 during each academic year. Okay, we will talk about that whenever you enroll. Some of you may have had personal therapy up to this point. That's great, but those hours can't be added to those 30 hours. That's a requirement for whilst you're on the course. I'll explain a little bit on the next slide the structure of the course, and you'll note some on the next slide some modules that are highlighted in green. Those are prerequisite modules, so those have to be passed to allow progression. They're particularly important. This slide then gives you a bit of a sense of the structure of the course over the 3 years that it runs. Generally speaking, there are 2 modules each semester. All are compulsory. You can see there, like I said, the prerequisite modules highlighted in green. There is an exit point at the end of semester 1 in year 2 where you can leave if you choose with a level 4 certificate in higher education qualification. That is not a practice qualification. The practice modules then begin from year 2, semester 2, and carry through to the end of year 3. Again, we can discuss that further at the Zoom meeting or if you join us. What does year 1 look like? Well, as you saw from the last slide, there's 4 modules, 2 in semester 1, which is integrative skills and theory and personal integration, and 2 in semester 2. There is assessment attached to each one. And you can see there are a variety of assessment methods, but they all involve written work. Generally, written work is capped at around 2,000 words per module. All those modules are assessed at level 4. Okay, and you need to pass them all to progress. This slide kind of just gives you a bit of a sense of the different pillars of support, or the different key strands of the course. It's a practice-based course, and whenever you begin placement, you will work with a particular agency, and someone there will be your mentor. You will also have to appoint a supervisor. The college will play an integral role in supporting you on placement, and like I said already, this is from semester 2 in year 2. For any of you that join us, that would be from, like I said, January 2022. As we said already, personal therapy is a requirement in every year, and that enhances self-awareness, which in turn hopefully enhances your practice. Probably this will come as no surprise. There were a range of teaching methods that we used. Lectures which are interactive. There's lots of practical experiential opportunities. Seminars are widely used. We try to get to know our students well. We try to focus on your individual learning needs, and tutorials therefore play a major part in your learning and developing that relationship with you. Placement, as I've said already, is something that begins at a midway point in the course. and preparation for that begins in your first year. In terms of some of the practicalities, attendance is key. At least 80% is needed. You need to let us know if you can't make it. Again, of course, we would talk that through with you. 200 effort hours roughly per module. So in determining if this is a course for you, don't just look at the day that you're expected to be in college, which is Mondays from 9 to 5:30 approximately. Look at the effort hours outside as well. You're looking at kind of meeting that amount of hours that you spend in college, at least replicating that outside. In terms of fees, these are guidance fees. The fee that you will pay the college next year looks like it's £668. That can be paid in instalments. Course fees tend to be higher in year 3, and they tend to increase at an inflationary level, but that's the headline fee for 2020-2021. Other that are perhaps more discrete fees that it's important to be aware of, and maybe will help you determine if this is the right time for you in terms of your finances. You will have to become a member of a professional body. The course is currently NCS accredited. So you could join NCS, you can join BACP. Generally, we're looking at 3 years membership at roughly £65 per year. You don't need to be a member of both, it's either or at the minute. Certainly that's the case at the minute. Once you begin supervision, which is only really when you begin supervised practice in semester 2, year 2, you will be liable for supervisory fee. The quotes here are simply just that, they're a guide. Supervisors vary their cost, but that's I guess a kind of an average. Personal therapy, again, you are looking at 10 sessions per academic year, and again the costs are just as a guide. Before you begin placement, you will have to have Access NI clearance, and you're liable for that fee. The cost is £33 currently. Before placement as well, you will need professional indemnity insurance. Various providers will offer that. Fees do vary, and those figures appear to be in the upper end. But again, you're looking at a fee for second year and a fee for third year for your personal indemnity insurance. The entry requirements are available on the college website, and you'll have been made aware of those already. It is really important that you are able to provide certificated evidence. Without certificated evidence, your application will not be able to proceed. You will also be asked to provide references. We will provide you with reference pro formas, and it's only they that can be completed by referees. Like I said, when we send out interview details, those will be included with those. Some people will be applying through the APEL route, and you've been contacted separately, and you're being given additional information on the APEL process. The APEL window is now currently closed. Statements of intent have been received, and the date for the receipt of completed APEL applications with supporting evidence is the 22nd of May. Like I say, applications via this route have already been contacted. In terms of the application process, you're interviewed largely in date order of application. We're hoping to schedule interviews for early June. We will need to see the original certificates for all relevant qualifications used to satisfy the entry requirements before that interview. We will guide you when we invite you for interview how you send those to us, and like I said already, we will require 2 references. So that's, I guess, an overview in 9 minutes and 12 seconds. If you have any questions about the slides or about your application or the application process or any aspect of the course, here are the details of how to follow that up. A simple email if you want, or we're going to be brave and try a Zoom session on Monday the 4th of May at 2 p.m. The invitation is there, and also in the email that you should have received alerting you to these slides in this presentation, you should be able to see those details as well. So you'd be very welcome to join me, and I will do what I can to answer whatever queries or questions you may have. Thanks for listening. I hope this served some purpose.